I'm here with my client, Tim, and Tim is going to talk a little bit about his experience of working together with me. So, the first question that I have for you, Tim, is what was it that you were experiencing and going through when you reached out to me originally?
I was dealing with a lot of mental things as far as I never felt like I had enough time. I wasn't getting the proper sleep. And I just felt like whatever I was doing, it wasn't enough. I was telling myself that it was never good enough, even after putting 80 plus hours in every week. And I knew there needed to be a change. So me and Daniel got together, and the change that I've had has been absolutely tremendous. I now can do 80 hours a week. Try not to, but I can do 80 hours a week and still be like, okay, we're good. There's time to do everything. You can make time to do whatever you want to do. And that were my biggest things coming in. And the confidence I had in Tim was not what it should have been. And that was at no fault of anybody but Tim.
What kind of results have you seen from our time working together, Tim?
They've been absolutely tremendous. So, like I said, when I first started, my confidence with Tim was not where it should have been. I talked to Tim the way nobody should talk to Tim. There was a lot of bad self talk going on because no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. No matter what I did, I could have done more. My inner voice looked at it in a negative light. And now, since I've been working with Daniel, I have the utmost confidence in me to be able to handle anything that comes my way. And now, if something happens in a negative light, I'm like, okay, that's fine. What can we do about it? How do we fix it? Let's get it done. I don't dwell on the bad part of it. It was just a made up thing in my mental.
And how is your belief in your energy now compared to how it was in the past, Tim?
Oh, bro, you saw me. I was dead whenever we first met each other. I would get on the calls and just have no energy whatsoever because I'd been pushing myself to the brink. And now I feel like a whole nother person. I felt way older than I was whenever we first met. And now I feel as youthful as I've ever been. I woke up this morning and I feel like I can take over the world this morning. That's the feeling that I wake up with nowadays. Before it was like, oh, I got to get up. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. And now it's like, no, I don't do that anymore.
What was one surprising thing that you took away from coaching, you think?
I was very surprised because I had this deep seated thought that if a man needs a coach, he's probably not a man. And that was the biggest thing, the dumbest thing I think I have ever thought in my life. Because now, after working with you, I have had coaches in several different areas of my life, and I have never had a negative experience having a coach. Your program opened up the door of knowledge for me just in being able to, because you did such a great job with what you do. Like, you literally have changed my life. You opened the door for the other people. Like, I take speech coach now, like a speaking coach. I have a business coach now. I'm working on like a presence coach. It's been phenomenal because if me and you would not have had the first conversation that we had, I would still be doing the same thing I was doing before. I would not have been able to make the leaps and bounds that I have made, and I would not be getting better in every other avenue in my life. So for that, I am very thankful. I appreciate you.
No, I really appreciate you for being such a great student. And my final question, Tim, is what would you say to someone who's watching this, who's maybe sitting on the fence and not sure about coaching?
I'll tell you what, this is a problem that I had for many, many years before I met Daniel. Was I knew I wanted something different. I knew I wanted my life to be different, and I did not know how to get there. I didn't know what I needed to do. All it took was a few months with you, and my life has changed because the way your coaching was structured, it was so easy for me to kind of to hold it in and understand it and put it into my everyday life. And it prepared me for the opportunities that came my way, the opportunities that I would have been blinded by if like I would have just missed them if I hadn't got sought coaching out and it's like had been in your program. So that's the biggest thing is you have to set yourself up for the opportunities that are given to you. And what better way to get set up for the opportunities than have somebody that's like, hey, look, this is how to react when stuff like this happens. This is how we deal with this. This is how you take care of this. It's not a one size fits all, but it's pretty damn close.